Okay, y'all. So we just starting at our intermediate standard of measurements, and we're just working on a variety of portions based off of mathematics, based off of cubic units, um, greater essentials that you use normally on a daily basis, with those requirements on there of cubic units, cubic feet. We're just measuring with different portions of measurement, and that's what give us a greater stallion look of what we're looking at right now and today. And this is based off of the documents that we have, the W-2s, the I-9s, and um W-2s, I-9s, and the EOs. And that's basically where you're working on the whole compromise of video documents and forms that are already developed under registration, that already get developed and work as ergo herb, which is a grocery store like Shipt or like HEB or like Vons, and it just helped distribute different products to purchase and get better property rights enabled for processing and getting a better endowment for 1975 of newer era of New Deal era, and the new era of the biblical Bible. And this is just going from 1975 to 2018 of Stewie Griffin and Family Guy. So we know that takes place in Titanic. So that's one of the extremes of the subscriptions that we're in when we're practicing nationalism and world cultures and learning more about astrology and what it does in the commuter of space, while we travel on planes, while we travel on buses, while we travel in Mercedes and Lexuses, and all that fashionable luxury muscle car type deal. And that's just always been a fashion since 1905, that you show up in fashion. And you can see that a lot in rush hour as you learning more of your international airports and travel distributors. And you just basically seeing the whole periodic table between human transport, product transport, and good transport. And you doing a thing of animal transport as well. So you're seeing all that, and that brings together what you see at tailgates a little bit more of the time than natural, just because that's where you hang out and get a whole lot of common communications, and getting a whole field of previews going on. And that's basically where you learning more about your homestead of a local plant of yourself. And that's just all contributions of Simpsons and Timmy Turner and the Fairy Odd Parents. And you're just basically learning a little speck of life that gives you a treaty of what makes you a part of where you're adapted from, and where you represent your local native country from. It might not be known to everybody in your area, just because it's a local area and not a county state like Bryan or Elgin. It's not like Bryan or Elgin or Lubbock or anything like that. It'd be something small like a little county, or it'd be like Hayes, or it'd be like Hayes County, or it'd be like Bell County. It'd be something like that. You hear something like that instead of it being Bryan, Texas, or Elgin, Texas. So you're learning more of that demonstration. So with that being said, you just going over the Lincoln inspirations of basically 2010 to 2022 Lincoln inspirations, and that's basically where you're learning more into your category of state. Whether you're in Philadelphia, Tennessee, Oklahoma, or in St. Louis or Chicago. Whether you're in one of those states, enjoying the cooler breeze of the national state, and relaxing the mental fatigue on it. That's basically what you should do. But with that being said, you got a whole lot of um, information to be filled out. Is with the pen. That's the only way how you authorize documents, or other than duplicating documents. You have to fill out the documents, and that takes in a whole another 37, 45 months out of 9 months. So you just got to be able to be persistent, and give a continued rate of sustainability. And that's basically how you work on Office Works. This work how you work on Outlook. This is how you work on Adobe, and that's how you work on PlayStation 3. And that's basically a propelled performance of how to start your career as you get further into your compassions of getting a point across in your whole mind state of function of how you want to interpret the being of your conclusion, and how you want to interpret your status quo of companies. So that's basically how we get started on Western Union, Jackson Hewitt, and Liberty Mutual, and all those are covered by these types of numbers like these as well. And that's basically where you're getting three and three going here and there, and you're adding up different platforms of reference notes and bill statements, so you can put in referencing those bill statements and congressional law orders. And that's basically how you put in and fill out the notification. So all you have to do is just get cooking, and be able to get prepared for whatever you were asked to make. And so that way you're getting paid for making that meal, and getting it required at a urbanized talent. We want to be thankful that it was a common popular sovereignty, that we had a good experience with the meal, and it wasn't just no down root nasty disrequired field that we was having. That's what we was not depending on. We wanted it to be a tasteful, diligent desire. 80. It was love and desire. It was something like that. Yeah. Yeah. We know what that was, but we heard it. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it though. We've seen that, and we know what details what to do. You got about 233 different circles like that, different sets of circles like that, and it's basically how you do those forms of paragraphs as you reading a story, and making a context of what you see in a story, and how you renovate in it. And that's basically how you add details to your responses, and add more indulgence to your response, and get more more reps and more independent to your independence aiding. So that's basically how you get more reps towards the honor society, and more into those figures. And it's basically where we kind of figure in bigger statements.